Hello everyone, I am Mrs. Minnie Massey, your business studies teacher. I'm teaching you chapter number 6, that is social responsibilities of business, and we already have done about the concept of social responsibility, the need for social responsibility and the reality. Okay, now today we are going to learn about social responsibility towards different interest group. So, what do you mean by interest group? First of all, I would like to explain you about the interest groups. Interest groups are all the groups such as owners, investors, and customers. Investors, sorry, investors, customers, okay, suppliers, and the competitors, government, and society with whom a businessman or the business enterprise interacts. They are called as interest groups. Okay, they are called as interest groups, and while doing the business activities, all these groups are directly affected by the business. Okay, now thus the business has specific responsibility towards each interest group, means the consumer, the supplier, towards the employees, towards the government. So different social responsibilities towards the different interest groups are there. Now one by one we will learn about all. Like the first is responsibility towards the consumer. Now what is it? As consumer create business opportunity because it's the only consumer who purchase the goods and who avail the services. To be successful and to stay long in the industry, a businessman must supply or must serve the customer. Okay, when he serve customer, then only customer interested in the you can say the product and services. So the first is what? Production of safe items by maintaining quality standard. This is very important, that supply the right quality of products at the reasonable price and maintaining the standard or the quality standards. Why? Because the consumer or the customer will purchase the goods only when he get the appropriate quality products and at the reasonable rates. Okay, now the next is what? Being truthful in advertising. That is this is what means, as you know that by advertisement is the one auxiliary to trade. Okay, in this what the businessman or the personal is doing, he sharing information about the product. Okay, so this is very important. When the businessman do any kind of advertisement or create awareness, he must be truthful in doing so. Okay, means he disclose all important information like about the date of manufacturing, date of expiry, okay, about the ingredients of the product or the weight, the price of the product, etc. So it helps the customer to take informed decision, and this also help the businessman to gain a appropriate view of a consumer, means consumer purchase the product of the businessman. Okay, now the last is to follow the trade practice. This is what means, means update the product time to time and do not indulge in any of the activities like adulteration, give misleading information or underweighing. Okay, means the businessman has to function honestly and he must not involve in any of the malpractices that I told you, like about the adulteration or the underweighing, etc. Okay, now the next is the responsibility towards the employee. As employee is a very important resource of the organization. Why? They consider as a human resource, and why they are very important? Because they serve within the organization. So the human resource play a vital role, means employee play a vital role in the success of any of the business organization. So it is the worker which actually implements the plan and achieve the desired result, as you know it. Okay, so therefore an enterprise is, or you can say the businessman is responsible to maintain the certain standard, like he providing providing the fair compensation and benefit is what pay fair wages. Okay, pay fair wages and salaries to all workers. Okay, now next is what? Providing good and safe working condition. It is what? The comfortable working condition, the ventilation facilities, restroom, canteen facility, so that the workers will work effectively and efficiently. Okay, now the last is to give them opportunity to participate in decision making. What is decision making? Decision making is one a kind of process in which the person take decision, or sometimes they give decision on certain problems. So when the businessman asks employee to participate in the decision making process, then what happened, he provides the opportunity to them, and in this way they improve their skills, and sometimes the businessmen also get the best decisions out of it. So this is also very important. Okay, now the next is responsibility towards the owners and shareholders. Shareholders are those who holding the shares in the company. Okay, so this is also very important, means to serve the social responsibility towards this interest group. The first is what in this, to ensure the safety of investment. So in this what is it means, providing means ensuring the safety of investment includes what means, it is giving the appropriate benefit whatever the investment done by the investor, means the different shareholders, as the shareholders are the prime and the most important source of finance for any of the business organization. Okay, and every business organization is responsible towards the owner, the shareholder and the investors. Okay, so providing them with a fair return on their investment, either in the form of dividends or interest. Okay, interest on whatever the amount they give to the businessman, or dividend is what beta, when any person or any of the shareholder purchase the shares, then in return of those share, whenever the profit any of the firm earns the profit, in return they will get the dividend. So dividend is the profit whatever they are getting back after purchasing the share of any of the company. Okay, now the next is to ensure fair and regular return on investment. These both points are interlinked and I explained both. Okay, now the next is to ensure appreciation of investment by proper utilization of resource, as the proper or the providing regular, accurate and the complete information about the business activities, and utilizing the all resources, means if the investment means a capital is there or the investment done by anyone, to ensure that the proper utilization is there of the resources. Okay, so this is all the responsibility of the businessman towards the owner and the shareholders and the investor. Now the next is the responsibility towards government. This is also very important, as government is responsible for providing basic infrastructure. Okay, infrastructure for conducting business, or sometimes for running out the business smoothly. The businessman has the responsibility towards the government, like the first is to abide by the rule, regulation and laws, means the businessman must follow all the laws of the country. Whatever the laws are there, they must have to be followed. The next is what, to pay the taxes and duty on time. This is what means, whatever the taxes the businessman has to pay, and the duties are there, like the social duties are there and the fundamental duties, whatever the duties are to be there, he has to fulfill all those duties. And the last is to what, to help in solving social problem. As I told you, many of the social problems are there, like illiteracy, okay, unemployment is the problem, and the poverty is the problem. Okay, so these all are sorted by whom, means some of the another way the businessman contributes to reduce these kinds of social problem, or he voluntarily participate in these you can say sorting out these problems, and he help to solving out the social problems in this manner. Okay, now the next is the responsibility towards the community. Now what is it, to protect the community. Wait beta, wait for a second now.